On June 9th, Call of Duty and Treyarch grabbed the attention of millions by announcing the next iteration of Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. What many believed was originally going to be titled Black Ops Gulf War is now yet another iteration of the most prolonged series in Call of Duty. A game that would be set in the early 90s during the Gulf War era is already making headlines for its major innovations and some fan-favored returns as well. In this video, I'm going to break down everything we know thus far about Black Ops 6. Be sure to grab your popcorn and definitely leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Now let's get into the video. Treyarch have been known to make some of Call of Duty's best bare-bones multiplayer experiences of all time. From the absolute masterclass that was Black Ops 2 to the most beloved jetpack Call of Duty in Black Ops 3, Treyarch has always had a solid handle on creating enjoyable and replayable multiplayer experiences. With some of the past Call of Duty titles being lackluster and gun leveling simulators for Warzone, many fans have been begging developers to revive the core values of Call of Duty which made prior titles so enjoyable. If there was one developer who would surely listen to the community, it's Treyarch. And my god did they deliver. For starters, map voting makes its return.
Yes, it was bought back in Modern Warfare 3, but it should have never left in the first place.
And more importantly, the classic prestige system finally makes its return. Farewell to getting level capped at every season and killing all natural game progression, as we welcome back multiple standalone prestige titles which can not only indicate a player's skill, but how many hours they have poured into the game. At this point, we're not entirely sure what level you are able to prestige at, or what rewards you will receive for prestiging, but the fact that your level won't go into the hundreds and is not capped anymore will hopefully generate the replayability factor that has been missing in these newer titles.
Also, Nuketown returns, but like, come on, who wasn't expecting that?
Once again, Treyarch put a great foot in the door. Make the community happy again? Check.
Mainly by fixing all of the problems Infinity Ward started, but hey, whatever.
Now on to the much harder step, innovation. In this new title, Black Ops 6 is setting out to change the way Call of Duty is played forever. And they plan to accomplish this in two ways. The first being the major headline story, the idea of omnidirectional movement. I know, that's a mouthful. From first glance, what the actual... But as we can see displayed in the official trailer, a new movement system allows the player to sprint, slide, or dive in any direction. The video for this looks super clunky, but apparently it allows the player more freedom when utilizing different movement animations, thus allowing them to win more gunfights in much more variety of ways. If you're a movement nerd, this is made for you. And if you're not, good luck, bud. No, but seriously, I believe this new mechanic will be good for Call of Duty because many players have come to the general consensus that the game has become too easy in its current state. A new movement system will hopefully allow for a much larger skill gap to develop amongst players. And according to the developers themselves, once you go omni movement, you can't go back. So get used to it. The other innovation coming to Black Ops 6 is the concept of using human shields. What? Much minor from a fundamental standpoint, but I am curious how it will unfold in the overall game upon release. Also, almost completely forgot, a major innovation coming to Black Ops 6 is the concept of a customizable HUD layout. In every title prior to this, there wasn't much wiggle room when it came to your HUD. Everything had a set place on your screen, and the only way to change that was to make it more wide or more central on the screen. Well, in Black Ops 6, players are given the opportunity of moving their HUD wherever they shall please, and I mean anywhere. Looking at some of these pictures, I know there's going to be some psychopaths whose HUD layouts will look outrageous for a quote-unquote advantage, but I think Treyarch implementing this standard will be a huge W for Call of Duty for future games to come. With 16 maps upon release, 12 being core 6v6 and 4 being the return of strike maps from Cold War, which is the most we've seen off launch since Vanguard, which doesn't really say much. Hopefully, Black Ops 6 will become a great balance between reviving old features and innovating new ones to create a solid multiplayer experience. Because with the release of X-Defiant, the pressure is at an all-time high. I honestly don't want to get my hopes up and fall into the hype cycle we fall into every year, but from what I've seen so far, it seems Treyarch really used the 4 years of development to create something amazing and put the franchise back on track.
Speaking of things that desperately needed to get back on track, let's take a look at Black Ops 6 Zombies. I know I'm not really a zombies YouTuber, but as an avid watcher of zombies content from guys like Chopper and Tim Hansen, I'm happy to see some of the changes coming in the next title. The idea is simple. resurrect a dead game mode that has become a shell of what it once was. Fundamentally, Cold War was sound, but didn't really give us the same wow factor that we had got from BO3 Zombies. And thank God, that's what Treyarch seemed to set out to do. Off launch, we are receiving not one, but two round-based zombie maps. The first being Liberty Falls, a small town in the mountains of West Virginia, which seemed to be the bare-bones survival map of the two. Along with it comes Terminus, a remote prison island set in the Pacific Ocean. This is probably the more complex map, which will contain all the fun things like long and thought out Easter eggs and new wonder weapons for dedicated Zombies players. This iteration of Zombies will have a set crew of new characters, but for the first time, players have been given the choice to change their operator if they so wish. Also, Gobblegums make their return, and it is very clear that they can be earned in-game, which hopefully means you won't have to spend hundreds of dollars just to get the ones you really want. All in all, it seems Zombies is making a triumphant return. As I said previously, hopefully developers really utilize these past 4 years to create not just a solid, but a fantastic experience for the Zombies community, who, let's be real, have been in shambles since 2019. It's no secret, Black Ops 6 is make or break for Call of Duty. There are so many wrongs in the last 5 years that need to be set right in order for the game to remain relevant amongst some serious competition. I hold out hope that this iteration will be treated as COD was supposed to be treated, a passion project. Treyarch has always dreamed big. We as a community just need them to hit home. Set to release October 25th of this year, the pressure is only mounting, and I hope you're ready for it.